Well, hello everyone. Well, my name's Tim Lee and I'm a director and founder of Collaborate MK. And this is one of a series of interviews for members of Collaborate MK who have our gold membership option. And today I'm in conversation with Daxa Patel Daxa is the director of HR Results Ltd. So, hi Daxa, great to see you.
Thank you, Tim. Yes, good to see you too.
Yeah, well, tell me, where did your career start exactly?
Oh, I guess I feel like I'm one of those fortunate ones because at the end of my degree, I had an option that final year you could either do finance or HR or business or marketing, whatever it was. So my final year of my degree was actually my CIPD. So when I finished my degree, I actually came out with a BA honours in business studies and my CIPD, which is quite rare because most of the time people do a degree and then they have to go on to do their professional exam. So that was great. And then I feel really fortunate again because I did 1 year of PA work, because in those days you could I had secretarial skills. So I went and did that for a director at NatWest Bank in London. And then I got my first HR job.
Wow.
Believe it or not. And it was in Milton Keynes, and it was for a company. It was a finance company who didn't have any HR. It was run by the finance director, which is quite common. And they said, oh, we'd like to employ, there were about 70 employees. We want to employ somebody from a HR perspective, come along. And they said, oh, will you write our employee handbook? And you can imagine, I'm a graduate, right? And this is exactly what I want to do. Yeah, so, and it was since then, that was it. Really. So my sort of HR career started, a year after graduating.
Well, that's amazing, and what a task to have at the beginning. Having had many HR handbooks or business company handbooks over the years in my career, and you think, my word, they don't exactly just, certain parts you've just got to get, everything correctly in the right order. What a task! So brilliant. So. So in your, what sort of services do you offer with in your business now?
Right, so it's really anything from recruitment all the way through to dismissal. So employees are really employers' businesses' biggest resource. So for me, investing in those employees is really important, and getting everything right is important from day one. That's for me is very important. As I say, invest in your employees. Your employees will invest in your business. Sometimes I get employers who go, Daxa, they were great in the beginning, but they're not great now. And I'll say, okay, so have you told them? Have you had a one-to-one? No. Okay, so they're sort of best practices that I say, employees definitely are your biggest resource. So why would you not want to, invest in them by just going, is everything okay from your perspective? That for me is important as well. So, from recruitment all the way up to the not so nice stuff, dismissal, really.
The things that have to be done, and in every case is always a very good reason for it. But no, I can certainly relate to what you're saying about keeping your staff happy. I have many years in retail management, and someone could be flying on all cylinders, then suddenly bang, stops. You've got to find out a good reason. Ask them. No one's going to be offended. And very often it's not salaries that keep people in their employment. They just want to come to work and enjoy their day's work. It's not always number one priority for people, and that's what I certainly learned over the years. And I was dealing with many people onto the minimum wage a little bit more, and it's quite an art to keep them completely happy.
And absolutely.
But you'll never know without asking a question.
Yeah, and it's things like sickness absence. Okay, you've got those that do have that short-term sickness absence, but you have then got genuine sickness absence as well. And how do you deal with that? I mean, I was in it was an unfortunate situation where the employee had MS, and it got really severe as time went on, and that was a capability dismissal. But I wanted to make sure that that employee was treated fairly and reasonably, because there are the things that really take, employers end up in a tribunal because they haven't been fair and reasonable. And that for me is another mantra, really, in a way, is treat employees how you would like to be treated.
Totally.
Very important, because why not? Why would you not want to do that? And my other thing is, would you be wanting to stand up in front of a tribunal judge and read that email?
Ooh,
So when you're doing an email, read it again, read it out aloud, and be proud to be able to stand up in front of a tribunal judge and read that. Because if you can do that, then press the send button.
Wow, that's a very, very good point. Been there over the years in similar circumstances to that, and I wish I'd listened at times.
Absolutely.
But wow.
Sometimes I see information and I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe, this email, the things that it's saying, and the way that, it's escalated, because you can see sometimes how things do get escalated, because it's a boom, 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 email after email after email. Did you really need to do that? Why don't you just go, I think we just need to talk about this.
Just stop and think. I was
absolutely.
told years ago, engage brain. And then I've always used it. I think I used that a few minutes ago when we were preparing for this. But I've always said that to myself, and someone said that to me when I was I was a 20-year-old trainee manager, and stop, think, engage brain. Thank you. It's amazing what you do remember.
Absolutely. I always say pause, and you don't always need to fill the silence either. Somebody else can fill it. It's really, really key. Just those little things go a long way to help deal with really employee issues. And I think, having had that experience before as well in the public sector, for me, it really does help, because I know working with trade unions and how that actually works, and understanding the public sector, because you get clients who sometimes terms and conditions, terms and conditions are like the public sector, and it's understanding that, because it is quite different.
It certainly is. Well, it's really, really interesting to hear your views there. It's terrific. Now, I know you really enjoy networking, and you're a member of quite a few groups. And so tell me, how do you value networking for building work relationships?
It's really important for me. It's not about going there. It's not about getting business. It is about relationship building first and foremost. Going to a networking event is really about relationships. And the other thing that I really get great pleasure from is if I have introduced somebody to somebody else because they're looking for a particular type of business, and they're both able to connect and do business with each other. For me, that's the biggest buzz I get.
Do you know what? I can totally relate to that. There's something about it, isn't there? Something about that feeling of, wow, I just did that. And then, great. It's terrific. It's just a great feeling, because they wouldn't have known each other if it wasn't for you, and so on. So no, that's brilliant, and that is what networking is all about.
I think it's that help bit. I think it goes hand in hand really with what I do from a business perspective. What is it I want to do? I want to help clients manage their biggest resource, which is their employees. So it's just that help, which I think is, and I just really enjoy the networking, that really I do, and connecting those people as well. So
that's a great feeling.
100%.
Well, thank you so much, Daxa. It was great to see you, and I look forward to seeing you at the next one of our events.
Yes. Brilliant. Thanks, Tim.
Brilliant.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Daxa.
All right.
Cheers.
Bye.